What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to my YouTube channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. Do not fear, do not fret. I will not be alone tonight. Jennifer is on her way. She's got some things she got to take care of. But a couple things I want you guys to do before we get started. Be sure to press the big red subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. So go ahead and mash that thing. If you haven't already mashed it, it takes less than a second to mash it. So go ahead and mash it. Also, we'd like to see some thumbs up on this video. Make sure you press that thumbs up button for us. Be sure to leave us a comment. Let us know the thoughts, your thoughts rather, on the topics that we're discussing on tonight. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all of your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody in the world know that JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. I got my sister Jennifer back. What's going on, Genesita?
Hello.
So wonderful to have you back here with me on tonight. A quick announcement. So over the weekend, a decision was made that we are going to move my Thursday night show to 8 p.m. So this is going to be the last 9:30 show. After tonight, JoJo Speaks Hot Topics and Social Commentary will begin at 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday night. So make sure you write that down in your calendars, put it on your reminders, whatever you need to do, so you can remember that we will be going live at 8 p.m. from now on. So thank you guys so much for working with us on that. Of course, I always give my condolences out first thing. There was a legendary gospel singer passed away this week. The mother of Whitney Houston, Miss Cissy Houston, passed away at the age of 91. This death did take me a little bit by surprise, but not like all deaths don't. But this one was. It just stood out to me. But of course, Dionne Warwick spoke out about her cousin passing away. The whole family, of course, our condolences out to the entire Cissy Houston's entire family, all of her loved ones, all those who know and love her. Our condolences out to you for having to go through this this loss. Jennifer, what were your thoughts when you heard that she had passed away?
I'm sorry I didn't have any.
Okay, gotcha. So hey, that is all right. So on to our hot topics. We don't have much that happened this week because it was a quite a dry week this week. But out on the trail, Donald Trump had a reaction to Kamala Harris visiting the View. Kamala Harris was on the View this past week, and
Oh,
so of course,
really?
yes, and so of course, Donald Trump had issues, and it's from the clips that I saw or the clips that were shown on the View. It seemed like he only had issue with Sunny Hostin, which he didn't even name her by name. He said the one who was asking the questions, and also Whoopi. He was claiming that Whoopi was very vile with her words, saying that she was kind of dark and nasty with her humor and things of that nature. But then Whoopi came back, as a response and said, you hired me 4 different times, Donald Trump, to do your events, to do whatever it is you wanted me to do. So apparently you knew what you were getting when you hired me, sir. And he said that Sunny Hostin was even less intelligent. I don't want to use the word he used, but less intelligent than Kamala Harris was. And his antics are what his antics are. He's never going to change. He's always going to be who he is. Sunny Hostin invited Donald Trump to the View. Of course, I don't believe that Donald Trump will ever be going back to the View, and under any circumstances whatsoever. But Jennifer, did you hear about this, and what were your thoughts on it if and when you did hear about it?
I didn't hear about it, but what I can say is something that we always will forever be aware of is the simple fact that Trump is a man that does not like being
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 challenged.
challenged, being around women. Is like, just so much you can say about him and what he does and does not like, or what he's here and what he's not here for. What I find really funny though is just how he is so free to call everybody stupid, call everybody, you know what I'm saying? Just to
Right.
have all of these negative words about so many people. And at the very end of the day, it's like, I feel like we just, what we here for?
Right. Exactly. You know,
Oh, and his rhetoric has turned old. It's starting to get stale. Like seriously, it really is.
right. Because it's the same song and dance every single time he gets on a mic. It's the same thing over and over and over again. And as you said, it is starting to get stale. It's starting to get tiresome, and people are tired, really, really tired of hearing it. Um, Also, JD Vance came out saying that Melania Trump is okay to have her own views, according to women's rights, as far as pregnancy is concerned. Of course, he's not going to say anything negative towards Melania Trump, but I'm at least happy that he at least spoke on it. Because we know that y'all know what's going on. We know that y'all know what is happening. So I'm assuming that there's no issues between Donald Trump and Melania. I'm just assuming. I don't know. Hey, Lady Virgo, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. So Diddy's S
Oh
traffic.
gosh, we jumping fast. It's been 5 minutes, Jonathan. All right. 5 minutes. How many things you talked about? You want to be gone in 15? That's what you want.
I'm sorry. I didn't even put into my mind that we had comments. So let's go ahead and get through the comments, Jennifer. Thank you so much for stopping me dead in my tracks.
I'm happy to do so. First, Dustin is here.
Hey, Dustin.
Welcome, Dustin. And I'm very proud of myself. I made this link super early in the day. Did you notice that?
I definitely did. I think you made it around 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. I
Okay.
was like, whoa, that's the earliest you've ever
Whoa.
done it. Jennifer's on her ish.
Whoa. I just didn't want to forget.
Oh, okay.
Bianca is here.
Hey, Bianca.
Welcome. She says happy Thursday to everybody. And welcome to JoJo Speaks. Hit that like button and subscribe button as you come on in. Now take your seats and get ready for a treat. Because we're about to have a good time. Amazing. She made sure to say hello to Dustin.
Hey, Dustin.
Um, oh gosh. Miss Kim gave her wonderful greeting. Hey J and J.
Greetings and salutations, Miss
God
Kim.
bless. God bless you. God bless you. I'm awake. Miss Kim said hello to Bianca and Dustin.
Hey,
Robin.
Robin.
HR is here, saith Robin. In this space, Miss Kim said hey to Robin. Lady Virgo is here. Good. She says good evening to everyone. Okay, everybody says hey to everybody. Okay, Lady Virgo said hello to you, Jonathan. Jojo speaks. Jennifer, hey, hey. Good evening to you all. And Miss Kim says Trump hates women, especially hates highly intelligent black women, black and
Hmm.
brown women. These are facts,
Right.
and it's clear because he don't. Yeah. Um. Robin says hello to everyone. Hey to Miss Kim. Oh, y'all just so sweet. Thank y'all for greeting everybody like good human beings when you enter a room. God bless you. Miss Kim says Sonny Halson is a lawyer and a journalist. Whoopi is an EGOT. Trump is.
A
She
convicted felon.
said Trump is a rodeo clown.
Yes. Yes. Amongst
2
many
points,
other
Kim.
things. Yes.
Ah, that's a good one. Thank you. Robin says hello to Dustin, and Lady Virgo says hello to Robin. Good evening to everyone. And Robin says, I am going to withhold commentary on TFG just tonight. Thank you for being strong in that. We appreciate you, Robin. Now you may enter into your next issue or concern.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate you. Diddy's S trafficking trial has been set for May 2025. Also,
May.
May
So,
2000,
he gonna be in jail that whole time.
the whole time. Now, his lawyers were trying to say that he would be okay with weekly drug testing if he was put out on bail, if he was able to be released or whatever. It's like, if they don't want the money, what makes you think that him submitting to weekly drug tests is going to make it even better, a sweeter deal for him to be getting out? No, Diddy is not going to be getting out of jail, period, point blank. It's not happening. And I'll leave that comment for
Hey,
another time.
I saw somebody on TikTok say them trying for the third time to try to get him out on bail and all the things that they're promising, offering up everybody's passports, including, his mother's, his children's, everybody's passport and all that stuff. It's like it's really giving that as soon as y'all let me out of these doors, I'm gonna slip my out of this.
Okay.
I'm about to be in
Yo
at
ain't
the
gonna
moon
see me not
ever
never again.
again.
Not no never again.
And these prosecutors are not stupid, and I'm also believing that these prosecutors or the judge may be paid off. I don't know, who knows, making sure that they keeping him up in there, but they're saying no, hard no, it ain't ever going to happen. You are not going to leave from here, okay?
No.
Um, and even on top of that, they also see him as somebody that would do a lot of witness intimidation. It didn't
Hmm.
help that he called, what's her name from Dirty Money?
I can't
Not
remember what.
Dawn,
I know it starts with a K. That's all I know.
not Dawn, but the nice other young lady, God bless her in her
She
dreams.
used to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with her husband. She was trying to get Deb Anthony to manage her and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, with her, we were hearing about 52 calls made in a day.
I think it was 54, exactly 54 calls that he made to
Yeah.
her after Don Richard filed her lawsuit. Yeah,
Ain't that something? And then to hear about vehicles blowing up, people being hung from, um, you
from
know,
by their feet.
balconies and stuff by their feet. Like, you know, there's a big chance that he will do his best to try to tamper with the witnesses. And even if the judge and everybody isn't paid off, they have a good point. So, maybe you shouldn't done so much dirt.
Yeah.
Ay.
Diddy's mother came out earlier this week. She was shown, her and all of Diddy's kids were shown going into the courthouse. She said that, Diddy is not the monster that he's been presented to the public to be. She
Um,
also, went into a little bit of the video that we saw of Cassie saying that, we're not defined by our worst moment. It is what it is. But also something else concerning Diddy, not necessarily this particular case, but Tupac's
mhm.
family has hired an attorney to investigate possible connection
As they should.
between his death and Diddy. And I'm thinking, why did it take for this to happen for them to reach out to an attorney? Because to me, at least for me, I would think that Diddy would have been on the radar from jump.
Here's the thing, Jonathan. When more evidence start to come out and the public opinion starts to actually sway, when
Hmm.
people start to say like, "Oh, maybe there is something going on over there." I believe there's more of an opportunity to start a process like
Hmm.
that. I believe that's why they're doing that now because it's like they were they're treating it like a cold case for a very long time.
It was a cold case for a
But
long time.
now that so many theories and possibilities that have come up, and also the fact that in the lawsuit with that producer man,
Hmm.
he said that Diddy told him, huh,
Mm,
that he was instrumental in paying off to make sure that that happened, huh,
mm, hmm.
allegedly. This is the time to do it, Jonathan.
Yeah, it is.
This is the
Better late than
time.
never. Better late than never.
Yeah,
And
because they have more information, more people to talk about it now. And now that, once again, now that he's in jail,
mhm.
people are a little bit more susceptible to start sinking ships
Okay,
and
coming
letting their
forward,
lips
honey.
be a little bit more loose than they were previously because they have nobody calling up and making sure their cars blow up.
Ridiculous.
Um, Miss Kim says, "Then what monster is he, Janice? Oh, then what monster is she, Let me tell you something. I wholeheartedly believe that not only did she condone everything that he was doing, but she was a part of it. God bless." Allegedly, that's how I feel in my shondo. Because, like people that feel so free to act like that, if
Right.
they're close to their parents are in agreement, they're
Hmm.
okay, and they are profiting and enjoying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah. Complicit. Complicit with
And
that.
shoot, I don't even know if complicit is the word, Jonathan. I think it's more like participate participatory.
Okay.
Okay,
Gotcha.
in
I
it
hear
to win it. Okay,
that.
enjoying the space, the power, the money, and all that stuff. I am there.
Enjoying the fruits of his labor.
Okay, enjoying the fruits of the seeds that I planted in this young man.
Hmm.
Because stuff like that, those kind of thought process and stuff like that don't come out of thin air.
Right, exactly. So any more comments on that particular topic before we move
No,
on?
sir.
Gotcha. So, Houston pastor Keon Henderson. Now, this is Shawnee Henderson's husband. He did a sermon recently, and he literally said, um, that there is no blessing connected to blessing the poor like the blessings you receive when you tithe. He says, you help them, but you don't help yourself. Now, I wasn't sure if I wanted to necessarily discuss this on tonight because I don't know what angle Keanu was coming from with this, why he felt the need to even say this. Um, I mean, I understand that, people feel as though when you bless someone, you are blessed as well. I mean, that's been going around churches forever and ever and ever and ever. We've been hearing that for the longest. That you be a blessing to someone, that it's reciprocal. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those types of things. And so I understand that the Bible says, given it will be given back to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, as far as tithe and offering is concerned. But I don't see what is the point of saying out loud, you don't get he literally said you get what you gave to them back. He literally said that you get what you gave to them back, but the tenfold, the 100-fold that you get on tithe and offerings, that's not the same thing. Like, to me, I feel as though you should encourage your parishioners to do both. It sounds like he was discouraging them from being helpful to the poor, being helpful to those who are in need. And I understand that he might be saying, don't have it misunderstood, thinking that you are going to get this type of blessing out of helping out the poor. I think he was trying to lower people's expectations as it pertains to helping the poor, as it pertains to helping those who are in need. But I'm just a little bit I'm a little bit on the fence because I don't know what his intentions were in saying what he said. So Jennifer, what were your thoughts when you heard this? If you did hear this, because I did put this video in the chat.
So, personally, I don't believe there is a fence to be on, and I'll tell you why. He said what he said, Jonathan. I just okay. I don't like any of it. First of all, let me just read these comments. First of all, Miss Robin says it was reported that Puffy slapped his mother. But yeah,
That wouldn't surprise me.
yeah. Um, I believe the way that he treats his mother is the same way his father treated her, as well as the way that he treats other women.
Mm.
Um, Robin says, "Do tithes and offerings always have to be monetary?" Also, Keon said to read your Bible, but he did he didn't direct anyone to a chapter or verse.
Mm.
Uh, Miss Kim says Pastor Keon said a lot of inaccurate ooh, come on, Kim, and inappropriate things during his sermon. I'm about to say some things. Um,
I saw you squirming a little bit while I was introducing the topic, so I know you had something to say.
I have things to say. And Robin says, Joe Nathan, no, stop. He came across as a prosperity for him preacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Agreed. I agree. So to really just put out there my thought process with this, once again, he said what he said. There's not enough context to make what he said sounds better.
No, no, none at all.
which is why I don't this is why I say there is no fence. It just is what that is. I can't be here, there, or whatever. He wants it's like you can just clearly see that he wants people to just give to the church via tithes and offerings, and there's no need to give to the poor because they can't bless you back. Let me tell you something. If the Lord tells you to give to the poor, it's not the poor's it's not that poor person or the people that's in that tough situation. It's not their job to bless you. It's the Lord. The Lord told you to bless
Yeah.
them.
Hmm.
So the Lord will bless you back. Are you
Right.
freaking kidding me? I let me tell you how fast Google is. I know that I am not a Bible scholar. This is why I use my Googles.
Hmm.
Let me give you a message from the Lord from the Bible. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see. I think this was Mark 10:21. It says, and Jesus, looking at him, loved him and said to him, you lack one thing. Go sell all that you have and give to the poor,
Hmm.
and you will have treasure in heaven, and come follow me. So the Lord, Jesus, is telling people to give to the poor, telling a disciple to go give to the poor. Give all your possessions and follow me so that you will receive your treasure in heaven. I know in my heart of hearts, whenever the Lord guides you to lead to give,
Hmm.
that God ordained thing is going to be God blessed.
Exactly.
So anybody that is discouraging you from doing what the Lord, because once again, I never give unless the Lord says it's time for you to give to somebody, give to a cause, a situation. I don't
Hmm.
give until He says so, because I know where my blessings are coming from. I'm not looking for a payback or anything from the people that I give unto, because it's the Lord that is
Hmm.
going to give me what I need, that's going to push me forward. Okay. And for him to say that, this is the same pastor that's asking, hit
2,100 members for $2,100. Yes.
that is asking for millions of dollars from his parishioners. Okay.
Yes.
And let's be real, we don't know if there's people in his church that are poor, that are looking for community and the church to help them just to get through this a situation, through whatever hump that they may be going through. What's sad, Jonathan, is that that pastor doesn't understand that if he sows into that particular person in his own flock,
Hmm.
he's going to be blessed himself.
It's almost like a pastor who thinks he has it figured out, but really has nothing figured out at all. That's what I'm getting from that message.
It's also for me, Jonathan, coming from a mind that is interested in furthering his agenda, not God's.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he has a goal. It seems like he has a
His
goal
goal.
and he wants to do anything and everything to achieve that goal.
He's
Anybody
not,
else be damned.
he's okay, and he's not trying to reach what God has in store for him. Maybe he thinks it's too small. Maybe he believes that God doesn't know how to do it right. But the problem is he's evicting the Lord from the situation, from the process.
Right.
So it's going to start sounding like this because he's doing it himself. He's out here winging it.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I believe working without the Lord is, out there winging it. And I want to say another thing. Don't I'm not s- Okay, Lord. How I feel, Jonathan, this pastor has come from not doing well to the point where he needed to be covered by TD Jakes.
Mm.
And now he has found himself another wife, and Shawnee,
Uh-oh.
another wife that has money. Okay.
Money.
Dollar bills.
Okay.
And I believe they're both using each other.
That's what makes the most sense to me.
And I don't like, okay, another thing I was thinking about was with that hurricane. that, tore through and, did major damage to their church.
Right.
I don't automatically go there when it comes to churches being damaged, but I'm sorry, but if you're covered by the Lord, protection is there. If you truly believe that God can protect you from any kind of storm, He is going to do that thing.
Hmm.
Whenever I see a damaged church, for some reason we start to hear the issues and the concerns as to what negative things have been happening inside that church.
Hmm.
Recently, I saw a church that was totally burned to the ground. Nobody could get to it in time.
Mm.
Come to find out, the pastor was, sowing seeds of infidelity throughout the church.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not saying that that has to be the issue with Keon, but I'm seeing through what's up. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing through what's going on over there. It doesn't bother me. No, what bothers me is that people continue to listen to a man like that.
Right. Yeah.
And I say that he's a man because he is just that,
A
a
man.
man.
Yes. Because I think what I was trying to do was give him a little bit of grace because I feel like there has to be some type of intentions behind what he's saying. There has to be a reason why. It's like I'm
Plenty.
trying to figure out something that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I was trying to do. So thank you, Jennifer, for making it clear, plain and clear, in black and white, letting me know exactly
It
what it
just
was.
is what it is. And I pray for anybody that chooses to follow a man of God, and I use that incredibly loosely,
Hmm.
like that, because a true man of God would have done it his way.
Done it
Whatever that
his
way
way.
is, what
His
yeah, excuse
way.
me, yes, his with a big H.
His way.
His way. Would have done it his way to where um whatever that would come out his mouth would make sense. Would be sound. It does not have to be literal Bible, but it has to be a word for the people of God. No
Hmm.
matter who you are, God loves us all. And to say to not give to the poor, you are now officially poor in mind.
Hmm.
I can't give anything to him. I used to try to give him the grace that God gives everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But after this, it's like, all right, I'm done. I'm going to give you some comments, Jonathan. Thank you for letting me express myself.
No problem, girl. No problem at all.
I'll say something my mother would say about a situation like this. You're dead to me.
Oh.
Hands are
Yes,
washed.
yes, yes. Wash my hands with you. I'm done.
Okay. Okay. Because I can't and I refuse. Okay. So if he does come up again, God bless him. But we know who he is.
Yeah,
He out
yeah.
there showing out, showing himself.
Hmm.
Okay. Calm down, Jennifer. All right. Robin says, you are correct, Genesita. Can't clean up what he said. It's no
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Robert, I tried, honey. I was trying
And
to
he's
give
ain't you
the brother
sweet
some
for it?
grace.
He's so
I
sweet
know,
for
like
it.
that's what I be doing. But
You
that's why
trying.
Jennifer's here. She's the yin to my yang, honey.
You got that right. That's why I have you here to at least try to give people some grace when I just don't see it.
You were about to
Anyway,
say whether they deserve it or not. I think that's what you were about.
Miss Kim says his comments about Haiti were so ignorant. See, that's another thing too. People just speaking out of
Mm,
turn.
yeah.
I almost said the N word, Jonathan.
Woo.
You know nothing. Um, he's been begging for money for church repairs, as
Yes.
if his church didn't have insurance.
And I was shocked to hear that Joel Osteen opened his building to Mr. Henderson. I was shocked, completely
Why are
shocked
you
that that happened.
shocked?
Well, because there are so many churches in that area, and for them to open up, and I guess maybe because of the magnitude of that church,
Mhm.
I don't know if it's necessarily considered a mega church per se, but I do
It's
know
a large,
he
it's a
has
big
a
church.
lot of members. But yeah, I was just very very surprised, and maybe because he's a well known preacher as well, thanks to large in part to his now wife. But you know what I'm saying? Because I hadn't heard a lick from this man until he
And
married
let me tell
Shawnee.
you something. The only reason why I knew about a Keon Henderson was because of Larry D. Reed.
Okay.
And talking about his transgressions back then.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, not saying that anybody needs to hold on to the things that they've done in the past, but we need to remember those things
Hmm.
and look at the patterns. I'm gonna leave that there. All right. Yes, insurance was certainly there, Miss Kim. Don't. Mm, 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 mm. Thank you, Jesus. We're just gonna leave that. Robin said, excuse me, Bianca said hello to Robin and everybody in the chat. Thank you for being so sweet. Robin says Keon also measures wealth by money. He
Yes.
didn't mention love, family, health,
No.
or happiness.
No.
And just think about it. There are so many moves that could be made based upon just money. But what falters? What's more important to us? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then just think about it like this. Keon walked out and said that at the risk of himself sounding crazy for money.
Because something tells me he doesn't care.
It's apparent for him to say that with his whole entire chest.
With his whole entire he was animated while he was saying that, like he meant it, every single word that he said. And I'm sitting here like, I've never heard a preacher say anything like this before.
And
Like,
you never
why?
will.
Why? Why is it
And
that
I
this,
know other preachers are looking
like, literally discouraging you from blessing others?
and just saying,
Literally
just
discouraging.
give your money here.
That's
It's
all you need
like
to worry about.
he's saying the quiet part out loud, Jonathan. Like
Yeah, yeah. Like this was supposed to be said, during the board meeting,
behind closed
behind
doors.
closed doors. You know what I mean? At the, you know,
And once again, what about the poor people in your congregation?
he don't care.
Oh, what about the $21,000 that they supposed to be giving to you? And here's what bothers my heart about this. If he did decide to give the less fortunate people money in his congregation, those people are brainwashed enough to give it right back to him
Right. Yeah.
and not take the blessing for what it is. And you know, people would tithe off of a blessing that's given to you by God.
I've heard that before.
I'm gonna keep on going.
Hmm.
Miss Kim says he needs to be more transparent. How much will the church insurance cover? Once that's disclosed, then he can ask the church members for donations. Mm-mm,
Child.
mm-mm. Because that's not going to help my bottom line. Why should I be?
Okay.
Why should I be transparent about that?
And where do I hear the phrase "the bottom line"? I always hear that in the realm of business, in the realm of business. Okay, this.
Okay. Bianca says, if you're enjoying this live and you want to support the host, please hit his link. Yow.
Yes.
This is for Jonathan's Cash App. It is $ Jonathan Lee '07. It's certainly in the chat in the YouTube chat. Thank you so much, Bianca, for sharing that. Miss Kim says, why can't he be satisfied using Joel Osteen's church? Be grateful for the offer. Miss Kim, I'll answer that. Well, no. Would you like to answer that first, Jonathan? I'm gonna let you have it.
I was going to say, because Joel Osteen was never a part of his plan, at least in my opinion, because that wasn't part of his plan. This is just temporary. He just here for now. No, 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 no. He wants to do things the way he has set out for them to do from the get-go, from the beginning. Yes, he's going to take a little bit of charity. You know what I'm saying? Joel Osteen, don't expect to be blessed. You know what I'm saying? By lending your
This
property
poor
to this poor unfortunate soul, honey, who ain't got a vessel, okay, honey,
come on.
to have his services, honey. But don't expect nothing, Joel, honey. But the reason why is because that was never part of his plan. He's got his own plan. He's going to do it by hell and high water, and he is the hell and the high water.
For me, I believe you have to have an iota of humble in your shando to take a step like that. Humble does not mean for you to cower to somebody. It just means to accept the blessing for what it is, move into that blessing and build.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Oh no, 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 I'm not gonna do it like that. I won't do it the way I want to do it."
He
Okay.
doesn't want to look weak, and I think accepting help from others he feels makes him look weak.
But at the end of the day, it's gonna make him poorer. God bless. And it's like he's sucking the funds and life out of his congregation as well.
Hmm.
Because having shouting moments, having people lay down on the floor, having great worship moments is not going to pay them bills. It's not going to
Won't keep the
take
lights
care.
on.
Oh, it sure won't. It sure won't. And giving all your money, and that's why that's some of the biggest forms, I think, more effective forms of church hurt. And I just heard somebody say church hurt don't exist.
What? I would ask questions, but you know
A
what?
whole lot
Go
of
ahead.
questions.
Go ahead. Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
leave that there. But yeah, there are plenty of forms and different ways that the church have hurt people. I would
Right.
never say anything like that.
That
Not
is,
saying that the church, I would never say that God hurt anybody. It's the people in that church that has hurt them.
which is literally why it's called church hurt. Mm.
Exactly. People have been bamboozled over and over again, and charmed by spiritual gifts and things of that nature. And
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 buzzwords.
and buzzwords and all of that. They've been charmed by those things and felt like they were giving into fertile ground, and people did not find God for themselves because they thought that they found God in somebody else.
Hmm.
That's a horrible problem and the issue, and that's certainly happening. And people are being sucked dry by these people, by these leaders,
Right.
because they feel like they are doing the right thing, thus said the Lord, through this man or woman of God.
Mm.
Use it loosely. Anybody that takes advantage of that, in my opinion, is absolutely horrible. People need to show people, excuse me, those leaders need to show people God and be able to say one day, "Oh, it's not me that gave you that blessing. That was the Lord."
Yeah.
Continue to pray to him, because if more and more pastors and bishops and ministers would tell people how to connect to the Lord for themselves, they will start to see they'll start to see that they're being outgrown.
And the reason why the pastors don't do that is because they need to be needed.
That's it. Because God is everything that we need.
Right.
That pastor, that minister, that teacher, you're going to outgrow them.
Yeah. And that's why we don't hear a lot about prayer life in church, because if we get a prayer life, that means pastors think that their parishioners will feel as though they don't need the church, or they don't need their leaders, or they don't need their pastors. So what's the point of having them going that way? Because when they speak and communicate with the Lord, they're gonna get all the answers they need. And what's the point of them coming back to my church if they don't have what they need? But it is what it is.
That's horrible. But yeah, being satisfied with the blessing from God, if it's not in your plan or the way that you wanted to have it, sometimes it's difficult for people to receive it.
Right.
And this is why when we work with God, when we request things from God, be ready for it to not happen in the way that you wanted it to happen or you thought it would happen. Just let God be God, because it's not going to go the way that you thought.
Right.
Um, oh, child, thank you, G. I feel like we're preaching on today.
That's what it sounds like, girl.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Miss Kim says some people in his church may not have $21, let alone $2,100.
2100. Exactly.
But see, this is the reason why not only you get in touch with the Lord for yourself, but you also listen to God when it's time to give. Don't listen to
Mm.
the the call for
Mhm.
this amount and that amount. No, the time that you need to be listening to whether or not you need to be giving is just a day or so before that Sunday or before that day that you're supposed to be giving. God is going to tell you that you're supposed to be giving. The Lord told me last night that I'm going to be giving um myself, and I know he's going to give me the amount come Sunday. So It's a beautiful thing, giving. And to whom you're gonna give to, just leave that in God's hands. Don't let no pastor, nobody tell you who you're supposed to be giving to other than God. God bless.
Absolutely. Really quickly, I want to say that my heart goes out to all of those who are dealing with the Hurricane Milton
Oh yes.
that is ravaging
Ugh.
Florida. There was Anderson Cooper. They had Anderson Cooper
Why they
out
put Anderson
there.
Cooper out
What,
there?
like, how could I can't believe he
He out there
agreed
like
to
Michael
that.
Jackson.
Okay, it's I don't know. I believe it got up to a Category 5 hurricane, one of the
It
strongest
was
hurricanes in the
when it
history.
when it hit, I believe it was at a 3.
Okay, gotcha. So it's ravaging all up and through Florida. So our hearts go out to all of those.
Absolutely.
And once again, we heard if you do not get out, don't expect to wake up tomorrow morning. Like that was literally the message from the mayors and the people in power in that area. Surprisingly, I really haven't seen Ron DeSantis out here making too much of any type of emergency declarations or anything of that
Alright.
nature. But it is what it is. Maybe
And
that's
and
by
and look
design. I don't
and
know.
think about all the people that would need help. And Pastor Keon done told them this, "Mm-mm, just give to my church.
Don't worry about your house. Don't worry about your well being. Don't worry about your food on your table. Just
Don't
give.
don't give no money to them nice people that lost everything.
No,
Just give to my church, cause they
yeah.
ain't gonna bless you. What kind of foolish? I'm sorry, I'm about to get riled up again.
Sierra was on the Kelly Clarkson show earlier this week, and she
The
were
Who show?
the Kelly Clarkson show.
You
What
said
did I say something else?
you said Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson. Clarkson. Is it Clark?
Yes.
Is Clarkson right?
Yeah, son.
Kelly Clarkson show, and she revealed that her first hit song, her first number and only number one, but her first number one, and that Goodies almost went to Britney Spears. Britney Spears was almost the singer of Goodies, and you know what? Like I would not mind hearing Britney Spears on that song. I honestly think she would have killed it, even though it is an urban type of song. It is more on the R&B kind of,
But Brittany would have
crunk
did
type of.
that.
But Britney
She
would
would have did
have
that.
did that. Do you know how
Listen,
many HBCUs would have been playing Goodies like they was playing Toxic, honey? Okay, I want to hear Britney just sing,
you make
just sing you.
that's all I need.
I just want to hear it.
She don't
I
even have to
just
do the
want
she don't even have to
to.
do the chorus. Just do the verse. I
You
want to
may
hear
look
both verses.
right, like
Just a young girl, but
No, but I have
still
to hear her
younger.
sing the bridge. You're insinuating that I'm high, but these
These
goodies
goodies,
both.
but I'm not.
I just want
She
to
would have did
hear
that.
Britney sing
She
it.
would have did
She
that.
would have killed it. Like
She would have did that.
even if the production wasn't the same,
Oh
even if
yeah,
Jazzy J, I think is what's his name who produced that particular
Jazzy. Yeah,
track,
Jazzy Jeff.
Jazzy Jeff. Yeah. Even if
What?
he
Not
didn't,
Jazzy Jeff. That's Will Smith. Hold on,
yeah,
Tyrone.
it's Jazzy something.
Jazzy Faye.
Jazzy Faye, thank you, Jazzy Faye. Even if Jazzy Faye didn't, I would want to hear it with the same production. To be honest, because I don't think it would. It,
And I
it
want to see the back band.
yes, but we know Britney. She can do really anything that she wants, but. She's always had an urban flair to her music, at least
Oh
to
yeah.
me. And I think having a song like Goodies would have solidified that and would have solidified her connection to us. Um,
I wonder how that choreography would have been. I know it wouldn't have not have been what
it,
Sierra
it,
had.
no, it wouldn't have.
It would not have been as good.
It probably would have been a little salty, a little white. You know what I'm saying?
Little Caucasian.
A little Caucasian, you know what I mean? But hey, I just want to hear Britney on that track. I just
Just sing it.
now that I know that it could have been a possibility,
Hey.
I'm never gonna let this go.
Oh
Never
no. Mm-mm.
gonna let
It's
this
a
go.
yeah, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear that. Absolutely.
It would be amazing. Like all the black schools would have been playing it. All of them. Like,
I
oh,
mean, they were already playing it with Sierra,
yeah,
the
yeah.
goodies. Um, yeah. Shoot, I've even played Toxic.
Okay. That's
Hmm.
why I said just like the HBCUs was playing Toxic, they would have been playing goodies
One
down.
time, let me tell you what happened, Jonathan.
Tell me.
At South Carolina State, we played for a South Carolina high school state final football game.
Yes.
And we were playing instead of Burns High School because Burns, they went to like some kind of, because you remember, I don't know if you remember, but Burns High School, they were like going to all the,
James F. Burns, yes.
yeah, all the, uh, like the Pro Bowls, all the parades and stuff like that. So they were out there, like, I think they were out in Hawaii.
Oh wow.
Burns was out in Hawaii, and they needed a band to play for their so they got South Carolina State, and we were out there playing Toxic and go 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 whatever their mascot was.
Wow.
We had them Caucasianites like, especially when they heard Toxic and they saw the dancing gorillas and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. You know
Playing so
the
loud.
right, so loud. You know, yeah, I mean the white folk they love the black bands now. They love the black bands, and it always surprises me, especially when it's like USC, those South Carolina Gamecocks versus South
Yeah.
Carolina State. It seems like the crowd gets up more for the marching 101
Seems
than
like
well,
come
you were there
on.
and you were there in person, so you are a witness to it, so you know.
But
Um,
it's that, it's more of a lively culture, and it's not necessarily just a white and black thing. It's a culture because Ohio State, they have the same kind of culture. They may be more predominantly white, but they do some of the same stuff.
mm,
But there are a lot of great Caucasian, predominantly white bands out there that do good. It's just that some a little bit more core than others.
gotcha.
Yeah, it's the traditional marching bands of college that are a little bit more sassy, entertaining.
Get you up out your seat. Yes.
Like Spike, one of the like drill directors or whatever at our school, he was like, "That was a hot dog show." You know what a hot dog show is, Jonathan?
I've never heard of that before.
A show where you go to get a hot dog during halftime
Gotcha.
instead of sit your butts in the in the seat
Right.
and see these
And
bands.
and be entertained, honey.
And be entertained, yeah. So, we would have to do shows over and over again during practice. It was horrible, but God bless. It was all worth it though. We had a whole
Yeah.
lot of fun.
So this past week, this Monday, I posted my review on the Real Housewives of Potomac episode 1 of the new season 9. But there was a storyline that I just wanted to speak on
Let's
tonight
talk.
that
You
bothered.
gonna make me have to watch this show. Dang it.
It's decent this year. It seems like Giselle has turned over a new leaf. It seems like the producers had a good talking to her. She doesn't have her fellow Green Out Bandit on her side. So, she's trying to patch things up with Wendy. On the next episode, she's going to have a one-on-one sit down
They
with
need
Wendy.
to.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But the subject that I wanted to speak on is Mia, Gordon, and Ink. So apparently, Mia's storyline this season is going to be the paternity of her son, and whether Gordon is the father or Ink is the
Oh,
father.
that's
This
just wonderful.
this storyline to me is terrible. The everything that comes along with this is so
But what
I,
about
I
your
don't
children?
well, who's thinking about the children, Mia? Like, I understand you need to keep your job. I understand that this is a good check for you. I understand that you and Gordon aren't in the best of financial situations at this moment. But for you to put your child's paternity on Front Street to the world, to me is low. Is extremely low. Like I would not sacrifice my child's my child's story for a
Child.
storyline. And for Gordon to be okay with this, for Gordon to accept this as acceptable, for him to say, "Oh yeah, you can go on that show and I will be a participant as well." For Ink to be a participant as well. Ink is apparently the one who wanted to get the paternity test. Like, so my question is, are y'all just doing this for storyline? Is any of this actually true? Because I'm going to assume that Gordon is the father. However, it would not surprise me if Ink was the father. Like, I just I'm baffled by the fact. I mean, yes, it is true that Gordon did bring this up at the reunion last year. Again, I don't know if it was a scheme that Todd set up, for to come
I
to us with the
and that's
beer.
exactly what I'm thinking. Go ahead,
Like
Jonathan. Go
it's
ahead.
I mean, I'm just saddened for Mia's son. I'm saddened for that's really the main person that I'm saddened for, because all the adults in the situation are doing this willingly, and they've signed up to do this, and so they are okay with all of this. So I'm just so heartbroken for her son. And I can't believe that they are using paternity to sell a storyline. Like, I'm this is low. This is low to me. And there's a reason why no other housewife has used this storyline as her storyline in the past, because of the way that it looks. Your child is going to school. Your child is going to school. Your child is of school age right now. How many people do you think in this school? How many of his teachers are thinking, "Oh, well, I wonder which one is his father? I wonder." How do you not care? Do you just not care, Mia, Gordon, Ink? Do y'all just don't care about this little boy? Y'all just don't care about what he's going to have to go through on a daily basis, all of the bullying that he's going to have to endure because of you guys using him as a pawn to be able to further your reality TV show career. I can't respect this. I don't it's like, it'll be interesting to find out which one is the father out, and it'll be real funny if we don't find out who the father is, and y'all just did this just to get our hopes up, that to say that, whether we're gonna find out who the baby's daddy is or not. I'm disgusted that that Mia is willing to go this far for a check.
It's
Jennifer,
bad that the adults are choosing not to be the adults. It's
right.
bad that who's thinking about the children? What about the children?
Who's thinking about, as Nancy Grace would say, who's thinking about the babies?
I know who ain't. And when you
Okay,
mentioned that, what's his face said that at the reunion. Oh,
Gordon.
oh,
Mhm.
apparently we've been preparing ourselves so we can have a good reason to come. Because let me keep it funky with you. I feel like me is one of them people Pastor Keon was talking about. Don't give to them
Oh. Mm. Mm.
because they need a check.
Mm.
As you know, let's be real. For them to live the lifestyle that they want to live, they need the checks. So we need to have a
Absolutely.
story.
Yes.
But I really believe they went way too far with what they decided to
Way
talk
too
about.
far. Yeah.
It's very disgusting. Any child, it's the internet,
Right.
and then everybody's mama at the church, at the church, at the school. We all know what's going on over here. How's that going to stop some other child saying, "So, did you find out who your dad is?"
Because he's going to ask that every day of his life. Every single day. I'm sure there's
Especially
not a
if they
day
don't
that goes,
reveal it.
oh, and what do you think will be the backlash if they don't? That's why I said I hope that they give us an answer, because it's going to be.
We don't need no roller coaster just for this is foolishness. This is why. Okay, so I'm gonna say it, Jonathan.
Go ahead.
This is why I haven't did have I've never really had a whole lot for Mia
Me neither.
because something about being on the show, when you start to really notice that people are just conjuring up BS from out there so they can have something to talk about because they are not interesting, because they have no skills, because they do nothing, it just it just makes for I just don't it just doesn't feel genuine at all. None of it. Miss Kim says, I need Mia to stop pushing ink in our faces. Her entire situation is so messy.
So messy. Extremely messy.
Bianca said, this storyline is so, excuse me, this storyline is irritating my soul. She said on the reunion that they had a procedure and that she know it's Gordon's son, excuse me, it's Gordon's to this season. Excuse me. Yeah, she knows it's Gordon's. And to this season, she needs a test. I am confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Kim says, the storyline doesn't need to involve the child. Her story could have been outgrowing her husband and finding love with an unattractive younger man. You know, if Miss Kim is going to do anything, she's going to keep it real.
She gonna tell it like a T.I. is, honey. Okay, like it
But it's the
is.
truth. She There can be a storyline of how we're doing our best to coexist together, how we're doing our best to be parents together, and y'all could have left that stuff behind closed doors. And let's be honest, there's a big chance that I don't believe that they even needed I don't believe they even needed to have the paternity test.
No,
I know they know. No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I believe that they know.
I do
Say it
too.
like, say it like
I'm
that.
sure they do. I'm sure they do.
Sounded when Aaron D gave us a nice little red heart. Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
Aaron, thank you for being
Love
here,
you.
boo.
Smiling with Aaron D also says at the reunion, I thought she wasn't sure.
I don't think she said a definitive answer of who was the father or not. I don't remember her saying a definitive answer, but I haven't watched it since it came out earlier this year, so I can't
So
say for
she can
sure.
bring it to this season. Look, I saw one clip and Jonathan, you are certainly encouraging me to just go ahead and watch the whole season so we can have these conversations on Thursdays. But I'm telling you, Jonathan, when what did you think about that whole conversation with Giselle, talking about how her children aren't safe or whatever?
She said that she told Mia that at the table at Karen's birthday party, or Hatitude party, that she called. She said that Mia did not protect her children at all costs, because Gordon was posting them on social media and things of that nature. Um, Here's my thing. I do believe that she was accurate in what she said, and she
Okay.
was saying a whole lot
Because was she
in just
lying?
that one word, because she was not lying
Was she lying?
whatsoever. Like,
Oh, okay.
your kids are in the middle of your situation, girl, in the middle of your
In the middle of adult
storyline,
situations.
girl. Yes. And he's an innocent bystander. And yes, you did. So yes, Giselle was right in saying that no, you did not protect your children at all costs, because she literally did not. She's literally putting her children in the middle of it, in the middle of it,
Making them the subject of the issue.
making them the subject of the issue. Like, how low can you get? Like, how low? And this makes me feel like Mia might be getting it at this reunion. Like,
Oh yeah, she might be catching like
I
Robin caught
think
it last time. Let me
right.
tell you something, Jonathan. When she went into that bathroom to go cry, oh, so now you're gonna paint yourself as a victim? Oh
Okay.
girl. Oh
Girl,
girl.
girl,
Girl. Girl.
girl.
Child, I cannot and I refuse to do so. Okay, so I won't.
I'm surprised I didn't see some eye rolling at that table, honey, because I would have been like, girl.
Jonathan, it could not. It. Okay, let's imagine you and me at the table, listening to this conversation. I would have been like, all right,
Okay.
all right.
Can I leave too? Because I'm over this.
I'm
I'm
done.
over
I'm
this,
literally finished
honey.
eating. My beverage is done. I'm done. Let's go.
Can I take this hat with me, honey? Okay.
Please. Done. No, thank you. Dustin says the story is very sad to me, and it
It
is
is. It's extremely sad.
because adults feel okay to do that. Robin says, "I'm proud to declare that that I stopped watching in the middle of the first episode." That's how she. Oh, of last season.
Okay. Wow.
I'm happy
Wow.
you have decided to protect your peace with that.
Yeah.
Um, oh, here we go. Miss Kim says Mia is always giving me thirsty for attention. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And the reason why she's thirsty for attention because she has no attention getting qualities.
Exactly, because she doesn't
Because
have it naturally. Like, it's almost like she wants to be a Leo, but she's just not a Leo. I don't know what her zodiac sign is.
but she ain't that.
I'm assuming that it's not that, 'cause she has to force
She
it
doesn't
every
exude
single
anything.
time. She doesn't have it innately, you know what I'm
And this is
saying?
and this is a problem with it's a pretty
Pretty girl
privileged kind of
privilege. Yes.
situation, and she's not only pretty, but she has, the light skin factor going on as well.
Mhm.
So, I'm sure that things have been given to her on a silver platter, and she never thought she needed to add anything to her repertoire other than beauty stuff and body stuff. But girl, we too old to be just leaning on that. I'm sorry, pretty fades, just like she need to be watching,
Judge Judy just says it perfectly. Beauty fades, dumb is forever.
and I feel that's exactly what Mia is. I'm trying to figure out how she even got there at this point because
Exactly. That's my thought exactly.
because apparently there's some plenty of great African American successful women that's not leaning on other people to try to be like NECA. I'm so happy NECA not on there.
So happy. Like she was I'm just so happy because she just came on there for mess. Just mess, period.
MESS. And she would have
Period.
just continuously been toe up, and you can clearly see it. And then just that whole thing. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent at the moment,
It's
but I just
okay.
need to
Go
make sure I
ahead.
say it. How her husband said, "So, how's it going? We're friends. Like we're friends on Facebook. That's it. Since when did Facebook become a way to describe somebody as a friend? I saw you on campus every once in a while. Who are you, sir?"
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it alone now. Thank you.
Um, I will say though, before we go, I don't miss Robin being on the show, of course. I do miss Candace a little bit. However, I don't know that she would gel well with the group as it stands now. We have, I believe, two new housewives. Jacqueline is now a housewife, which I'm very surprised by. I wasn't sure if she was necessarily housewife material, but hey, I guess
Mhm.
she'll be able to prove herself this time. Karen has brought on a friend to the show as well. Her name is Stacy. And Mia has brought along another friend as well named Jazzy, I believe is her name, but I'm not exactly sure. And
Is Jazzy like a
also
really good friend of Mia? I need see now
a
I need to
really
watch
good friend
those.
of Mia, yeah. And
Like no,
also
like a real friend, not like just somebody she brought to the place. It's
uh,
somebody that's gonna stand up for her because she gonna need it throughout this whole season.
She will. She will. They haven't really showed their relationship per se because she only was in one scene, and that was at the dinner scene at
Oh, okay.
Karen's Hatitude party. So
Did she
we
say
really
anything to
haven't
stand up for
seen
her?
their relationship. So I don't know if I don't know if Mia has
A
any
true friend.
allies at all. To
She
be
needs a
honest,
Robin right now.
she does. She
Somebody
she
that's gonna
really she really does because
sit at
it
her
ain't.
feet.
It's not Karen. It's not Wendy. It
We know
definitely
that's
is
for
not
sure.
Giselle.
We know that's for
It's
sure.
shown up not Ashley because Ashley don't got nobody's back, honey. Okay,
Ashley just out there to play the game and
and
be
play it well,
get that check.
and plays it well. Like
Get
Ashley,
that check.
for me, Ashley is the perfect housewife because she knows the assignment. She
Mhm.
knows the assignment, and
But
she
I don't
knows
like
it
her.
well. It's okay, and I don't really care for her either, but she does what she does, and she does it well. She does it well, absolutely.
Amen. Miss Kim says, didn't miss Robin or Candace. I'm ready for the grand. Oh Lord Jesus! She called her. I'm ready for the grand drunk to go.
Oh no, Miss Kim. Karen's my
I've never been
favorite.
here for Karen.
I can understand why you may not see it for Karen, Miss Kim, but I do love Karen personally.
No,
She's
I may not totally see it for Karen, but I do enjoy her quips.
okay.
She has been the only one to truly level Giselle. Uh,
Right.
Plenty of
Okay.
times. Everything from her fashion to her interior design to literally everything else. She has
When Karen said at the season 5 reunion that Giselle's ridiculously terrible fashions have been comforting to her during the quarantine, like just looking through my Instagram, you know what I'm saying, just to lift my spirits. You know, I just look at her terrible fashions, and when she
she
told
she
Robin
reads
at
she reads like a queen.
okay, you know, she said Alexander Rogers said, you know, she got the sissies on
You
speed dial,
know.
honey. You know, she knows the
Oh
girls, honey. She
gosh.
knows the girls. Okay,
Oh, that's hilarious.
GOWARLS. Okay,
The girl.
the girls, honey. Okay. When she told Robin, "You're the distiest B word at this table," and Robin said, "The distiest what B word?" Okay, she said it real quick. Didn't take her nothing but a second to say it.
Didn't have to slow down. What made him think that she wouldn't say it again? That's crazy. Uh,
Okay.
Justin says, "Have a good night. Love you. See you on Monday."
Love
Yes.
you too, Dustin. I love your new glasses that you showed me earlier today. They're really cute. Thank you for being here.
Awesome.
All right,
Um,
Jennifer. Go
Bianca
ahead.
said, "I love Auntie Karen."
I do
Me
too.
too. Hilarious. Hilarious. Go ahead.
Jennifer, go ahead and give us your social media contacts real quick before we get out of here.
Ooh, excuse me. Doing my best not to yawn in your ears. God bless you. My stuff. Okay. I am the light of the Leo. Go ahead and follow me at the light of the Leo. I'm on TikTok and YouTube as well as Instagram at the light of the Leo. I go live every Monday at 9 p.m. to reflect on Mondays. Um, and join us also for prayer at Faithful Warrior Ministries. Do I have that here? Yes, I do. Faithful Warrior Ministries at 10 a.m. every single Saturday. We go live to fellowship, pray, and read our devotional and enjoy each other. And that's it.
All righty. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is WilliamJonathanLee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $Jonathan Lee 07. That's $JONATHAN 07. I went to Zaxby's the other day and, you know, they took my name for my order. Of course, they put JOHNATHAN. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just grinds my gears. But anyways, so feel free to follow me, donate whatever it is that you want to do. Feel free, let the Lord use you. Okay.
Yes.
We love you guys for joining us this evening. Make sure you join us next week at 8 p.m. Once again, we're going live at 8 p.m. from now on for JoJo Speaks Hot Topics and Social Commentary. But I love you guys for watching. I love you guys for liking, sharing, commenting, all that good stuff. Join us next week with a different time, same place, same beautiful faces, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And I love y'all. Y'all take care. Bye.